Hey, I'm back and I feel better. I went downtown to get some medicine and I feel a lot better. Yeah, so really good news, really good news. I'm born again. Yeah, as an alien. No, I'm only joking. Seriously though, yeah. Now, how can I talk about feelings? Or I can talk about certain feelings because I've had this trouble. I don't know if you have, but I've had the trouble where, when you really love the idea of something, like a little girl or a little boy even, or anything like that, you love the idea of them so much that you actually can't express yourself when you're with them. And for that reason, I can offer some advice. I can offer some good advice here because I've had to learn the hard way, and that was under a lot of pressure. So if you ever find yourself under pressure to be a fatherly figure or a motherly figure in front of a little girl or a little boy or anything like that, or any young person, then please know that the best way to do it is to remember that what they're actually capable of doing. What they're actually likely to do if you do anything at all. What's the worst that can happen depending on what you do. I mean, it really does come down to just just them looking at you or speaking to you. There's nothing else that's going to happen. So in other words, what you have to do in order to enjoy their company is realise that and just act, just say, well, I'm going to encourage them to be what they want to be, because I'm going to be what I want to be. I'm going to be free in my understanding that all I've got to do is encourage them to be what they want to be, and then that they will respond, and they will love you for that. They will actually love you for that, and that is the key to getting on with young people, children, small children, everything. Honestly, and it works a treat. It really, really does. So, but I can talk again about what it is that we encourage people to do. If you think about how we interpret sound, or how we listen to sound, it's always after the event that we process it. So, in other words, as I'm speaking, I can listen to my voice and I can hear it as a voice being said, actually, as a reminder of what it actually was originally. So in other words, if I say the cat jumped over the moon or something like that, then you that resonates in your head because it's slightly unusual. So then you can hear my voice more clearly because it resonates in your head. You think it's unusual, so you can hear the voice more clearly. And that's what we can do when we encourage people to be what they want to be. We encourage people to 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 be the idea of our own memory, which is to listen to them and to process exactly what they're saying and how they're saying it. So, in other words, I can speak and I can hear myself as that, because that is actually the meaning of what I'm actually trying to remember, which is how I speak. So if we listen to how we speak, we can remember it more easily than actually everything that's said. So we can remember the voice because it carries on. It carries on from that moment. And we can remember that voice because it is actually something which is more easy to remember than the actual words. So the voice is what we need to remember, because the words are much more difficult to remember. So the voice is the key to it. And for that reason, I can talk all night, because obviously the voice is the only thing that matters, and the words come afterwards. The actual meaning of the words are something you have to actually remember in your head. You actually have to say, well, I'm going to remember the words. But the voice is actually a subconscious thing. It actually comes out subconsciously. and we think to ourselves, well, I actually love that because it's all I need to do. It's the joy of listening, is the actual sound of the voice. It is the joy of listening, and that's what we encourage people to do when we act freely, when we completely act freely. We say, well, I'm going to jump in the fish tank and sing. I think that was Monty Python, but it's really funny, isn't it? Really funny. And, for that reason, we encourage people to make sound, and sound is the key. So I can't say any more than that. In fact, I've said enough now, so I will leave it there. And I wish you a good evening. It's now 7:28 on Thursday, the 13th of July. 17:28, not 7:28. 17:28 on Thursday, the 13th of July. And it's 24.4 degrees. Right, okay. I'll catch you later. Have a good evening. Afternoon or end of afternoon. Right.